Muslim actor in the film converted to Christianity because of Caviezel's performance.
Pedro Sarabi played Barabbas, one of Jesus' torturers. Sarabi was interviewed by the Catholic news agency, discussing his experience, which he says resulted in him from converting from Islam as Barabbas. Gibson told me to avoid looking at Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus, until the very scene in which we were to appear together. Barabbas is like a ferocious dog, he told me, but at one moment he becomes a puppy, when he meets the Son of God and is saved. I want your look to be that of somebody seeing Jesus for the first time. I did as he said, and when our eyes met I felt a sort of surge. It was like I was really seeing Jesus. I had never experienced such a thing in all my years of acting, he stated. Sarabi said the Passion was not only a professional, but above all a human experience. I am not embarrassed to say that during the filming I had a conversion. All of the actors who took part changed a little bit after this experience, but I have learned much more from the film than from any conference.
Caviezel really needed his faith to make it through this film.
It goes without saying that Caviezel struggled at times during the making of this film. Apparently, his prayers really picked up during the filming of the crucifixion scene, which took over 5 weeks thanks to Gibson's demands. Caviezel had to turn to God, so to speak, in order to really make it through the whole experience, as he conveyed to Today. At some point, I said to God, "You obviously don't care if we get this done. You don't care if we do this." It was at that point that I realized the only way I was going to be able to do this was getting to a place of prayer that came from here placing a hand over his heart, not from here pointing to his head. It forced me into the arms of God. That's the only place I could go. That's when God's voice came to me. "Hey, don't you worry about it. Let me take care of it. And will you allow me to use you to play?" And that's when I just said, "All right. I'm going to let you perform, and I'm going to step out of the way." That was the key to this film. I didn't want people to see me. I just wanted them to see the Christ.
Caviezel had to wake up at 2 a.m. every day for his 8 hours of Jesus makeup.
Throughout the movie Jesus, and by extension, Caviezel takes quite a beating. Therefore, it makes sense that a whole lot of makeup was required to depict the plethora of cuts, scrapes, bruises, and wounds of all kinds on Caviezel's body, though some were natural. Caviezel rose at 2 a.m. and spent 8 hours in makeup to simulate the wounds, wrote Today. An eye swollen shut from a beating, the crown of thorns, welts, and torn flesh from head to toe. Not only was he getting his butt kicked regularly, but he had to do it on barely any sleep. It's no wonder he ended up getting sick on top of everything.
Caviezel dislocated his shoulder carrying the cross.
The cross Caviezel was carrying reportedly weighed 150 pounds. He apparently separated his shoulder hefting the thing, and the scene in which it happened remained in the movie. Caviezel spoke to a number of outlets about the wide variety of pain he endured, generally appreciative of the end result as it captured what Jesus went through as accurately as possible in his mind. Still, you've got to feel sorry for the guy, and there's a sense that he's perhaps a little bitter about the way people allowed all this actual suffering to go down during production.
Caviezel's recollection of the lightning strike is oddly more miraculous than other descriptions.
What is so noteworthy about the incident involving Caviezel's lightning strike is that his description to the Catholic news agency is incongruous with producer Steve McEvity's Recollection to Entertainment Weekly. While a cynical person might think Caviezel trying to make the event sound more miraculous, perhaps his description in this 700 Club interview clarifies things. 5 minutes after I got hit, Jan Michelini, an assistant, walks over and says, "Are you okay?" And then he got hit. The difference was that they saw the bolt come down and hit Jan. They didn't see that when I was standing there. All I felt was this giant, tremendous slap on my ears, and a few seconds of a pink, red static in front of my eyes. Is it possible Caviezel got struck twice without realizing it? Did Caviezel stretch the truth about his Sermon on the Mount strike? Or did McEvity not see what he thought he saw? Hopefully it's the latter, but it's hard to know.
An AD was also struck by lightning. Twice.
Assistant Director Jan Lightning Boy Michelini came by his nickname honestly. While working on The Passion of the Christ, the Italian AD was struck by lightning not once but twice, the odds of which are around 1 in 9 million. Producer Steve McEvity described the second incident to Entertainment Weekly, which apparently happened when Michelini and Caviezel were standing under an umbrella together. I'm about 100 feet away from them. When I glance over, see lightning coming out of Caviezel's ears. Both Caviezel and Michelini got struck. The main bolt hit Caviezel, and one of its forks hit Michelini's umbrella. When Michelini was also carrying an umbrella the first time, he was struck on set. One would hope he got the hint and no longer uses umbrellas.
Jim Caviezel was struck by lightning on set.
What in God's name goes through someone's mind when they are playing Jesus Christ and they get struck by lightning, considering there's % chance of being struck by lightning in your life. If it happens when you are playing the Messiah in one of the most divisive movies of all time, it would be hard not to read into it just a little bit. In an interview with Catholic news agency, Caviezel described the event, saying, "It was the scene of the Sermon on the Mount. I climbed the mountain, clouds had formed, and 5 seconds before the stroke I had felt what was going to happen. It was windy, but I couldn't hear the wind blowing. Suddenly, I was struck by the lightning." While Caviezel quite reasonably admitted to being terrified, he said he also felt peace on the inside. Gibson, however, felt nothing but confusion, asking what happened to his hair.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.